Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I posted my first ever video a few days ago of my experience getting my teeth done in Turkey, and yeah, I've had some really nice comments, so thank you everyone that has contacted me since I posted that video. Um, so I've received quite a lot of questions about what it's like to travel, obviously now with our new normal during the COVID-19 pandemic. So I just wanted to give kind of some information on that because I'm aware that if you are traveling to Turkey to get your teeth done, it might be quite daunting not knowing what to expect, what kind of regulations are in place. Are you going to get stopped from going to the beach? Do you have to wear a mask on the beach? That kind of thing. People keep asking me. So I just wanted to do a quick video, just kind of explaining what my situation was like and what my experience was like when I flew to Antalya. So I was due to travel with EasyJet the last week in July, but unfortunately they cancelled our flights. I know that a lot of travel companies have been cancelling. I believe they're just picking up again now because we're in the first week in August now. So yeah, unfortunately EasyJet cancelled, which was really annoying because I booked them ages ago and I got a really good price. So I had to kind of try and work out a different way to get there. The only other provider that was traveling at that time was Turkish Airlines. So I did have to pay quite a lot more to get the flights. I think EasyJet was like £150 return and Turkish Airlines was 350. So yeah, definitely more expensive, but definitely worth me going to get my teeth done. So absolutely happy, and actually Turkish Airlines were amazing. So yeah, that was great. So in the UK, the airport, so Gatwick Airport was really dead. It was quite eerie actually. But traveling through the airport didn't feel too different. Apart from wearing a face mask, which you have to wear at all times when you're at the airport, there was no additional checks. Obviously, there's hand sanitizer everywhere. When we did get, just before we boarded the plane to leave Gatwick, we did have to have our temperature checked, but that was Turkish Airlines that did that. So I'm guessing that is the choice of the airline, not the airport. So yeah, flight was fine. We did have to wear the mask throughout the journey. Obviously you can take it off when your food comes round, and just a little tip, the food that does come round isn't kind of the normal food. You get like a little bag that's pre-packed, and I guess they're doing that to stop people kind of sharing stuff or yeah, transmitting anything in the plane. So it's all throwaway. So yeah, that was actually really good. I thought that the flight would be really uncomfortable wearing a mask the whole time, but you soon get used to it. So yeah, that didn't really bother me at all. When we arrived at Antalya, I was actually really surprised how amazingly quick like getting through the airport was. I think it's the quickest I've ever got through, even with the additional checks for COVID-19. So when you arrive, you do have to go through a set of thermal imaging cameras. You literally just walk through, so not scary. They don't stop you individually. And if you are above the temperature of concern for COVID, they'll then pull you aside and talk to you. We also had to fill in a form when we arrived, and that was just detailing where we're staying, how long we're staying for, our contact details whilst we're in Turkey. So that's for track and trace. So if anything was to happen, if COVID-19 was found to be on our plane, they would obviously contact us and tell us we need to isolate. So yeah, that was great. And I felt really reassured that they were using the track and trace system so well. Then we got picked up from the airport, and again, you have to wear your mask in the taxi. So yeah, essentially you're wearing it throughout the whole journey from leaving the UK right to arriving at your hotel. So when we arrived at our hotel, we did have to wear our mask at the main reception. But apart from that, throughout the hotel, you don't have to wear your mask. Like the pool area, when you go for breakfast, when you have dinner, you don't have to wear your mask. So I've heard like stories that you have to wear your mask all the time, you have to wear it when you're by the pool, sunbathing. That's not true. We didn't have to do that. Obviously, distancing um, is still a big thing. They have reminders absolutely everywhere. So, yeah, you will need to keep apart. But I have to be honest, it didn't make any difference to us on our holiday. We went as a couple, really not an issue at all. And it didn't feel like people have said, oh, isn't that going to ruin your holiday? Absolutely not at all. Didn't really make any difference. Um, so, yeah, you do have to wear your masks in shops in Turkey as well. So, all shops, don't forget your mask if you're going out. We ended up just having a couple of spares, and we literally had one in both of our like rucksacks at all times. Um, where else? So, at the beach, a lot of people have asked me if you have to wear a mask at the beach. No, you don't. Um, I really thought that was going to be a nightmare, but no, you don't have to wear a mask when you're out in the open at all. So walking around town, going in Antalya, Old Town, down the beach, definitely not. You don't have to wear a mask. Obviously, if you want to wear one, that's absolutely your choice, but it's not mandatory. Um, when we arrived at the dentist, again, we did have our masks on. There's hand sanitizer absolutely everywhere. Not just in the dentist, actually, literally everywhere. Um, I think that's going to become the new norm now that you walk into a door and there's hand sanitizer there for you. Um, I'm just trying to think what else there was. All I really want to say is that it felt so much safer than it did here. So I think they're doing a really good job in Turkey. So if you are traveling anytime soon, don't be afraid like of COVID-19. Obviously, there's going to be a risk. There's a risk to us all, even here in the UK. Um, but it didn't affect my travel at all. Um, I felt really reassured in Turkey that they were doing a good job. And actually, we just came back, and there's been multiple reports. So on Sky News, there's been reports about how well Turkey has dealt with the pandemic. Um, their track and trace system is one of the best in the world. So yeah, if you're traveling to Turkey to get your teeth done, don't feel like you have to put it off because of COVID-19. Um, the dentists are really accommodating. They'll work around your travel plans. With us, when we travelled with Dental Excellence, we had to look at possible like different dates at really short notice because of our flights being cancelled, and they were so accommodating. Um, they tried to do everything they could to make sure that they could accommodate our dates, and they did. So that was great. They also like are happy to change like our hotel booking and everything for us. So definitely, if you're planning to go, I would recommend going with Dental Excellence because they do cover your travel. They like help you with your travel too. And definitely, as your hotel's booked, you've got that peace of mind there as well. Where I know some other clinics in Turkey, they don't help you with your hotel. They don't pay for that either. So yeah, definitely that's a bonus. Um, so traveling home again, I was really pleased. Um, when you arrive at the airport, you do have to complete a online form. It's a Gov UK form that you have to complete online, and that's for track and trace for when you return. So just a little tip: when you check in online for your flight before you come home, I would recommend you just have a look to see if any online forms need to be completed for the UK. Because we had to stand at the check-in desk for like 20 minutes while we completed the form online. And because we didn't have any data on our phones, we had to connect to the Wi-Fi, and we had to borrow someone, like get someone's password for that Wi-Fi. So just a bit of a faff. So when you check in to come home, just have a look to see if that track and trace form needs to be completed online because we weren't aware of it, and like it wasn't obvious when we looked online either. So yeah, just look at that because it will save you time when you get to the airport. So yeah, I think that's it really. Luckily, Turkey is on the green list for the UK, so when you come back, you don't have to self-isolate, which is great because I was worried that I was going to have a week's travel, and then I would have to take another 2 weeks either working from home or book it as annual leave. So essentially, it could have become a 3 week annual leave period, which would have been a nightmare. So yeah, really pleased that that wasn't an issue. So yeah, I think that's everything. But again, just to reassure you that if you are planning to travel, go for it. Like it's safe. All I would recommend is that you take some spare face masks, just some cheap ones that you can use when you're popping into the shops or you're in a taxi. If you do travel with Turkish Airlines, you do get a hygiene bag. And actually, let me just grab that because that's quite good. So when you travel with Turkish Airlines, you get one of these. And in there, I'll just open it up. You get like multiple face masks. You get like antibacterial wipes, and you get a big hand sanitizer. So yeah, if you are traveling with Turkish Airlines, you will get one of these like little hygiene bags. We got 2 going out and 2 coming back, so we've got some spare. So yeah, you will get that as well. So don't worry if you kind of forget that, because yeah, they will look after you. Again, just to add, the hotel, when we checked in our rooms, there was face masks and a bottle of hand sanitizer that we could take out with us. So they really are doing a really good job. Like, I don't think you get that here when you stay in a hotel in the UK. So yeah, like thumbs up to them. They've done a really good job, and I definitely wouldn't be worried about traveling again. So yeah, that's it for me. If you do have any questions, if there's anything I've missed or I haven't answered, do feel free just to add questions to the comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.